My mom died 3 years ago. So when I got a voicemail from her number last night, I thought it had to be a mistake. But after listening to that message, I discovered a secret that changed my life forever. On a cold winter evening in Chicago, 29-year-old Ethan Brooks sat alone in his apartment. His phone buzzed. A voicemail notification appeared. The strange part? The voicemail was from his mother. Ethan froze. His mother, Sarah Brooks, had died 3 years ago after a battle with cancer. His hands shook as he pressed play. Static crackled for a few seconds, then he heard her voice. Ethan, if you're hearing this, I need you to trust me. He nearly dropped the phone. The voice sounded real. Not an old recording, not a memory. Tomorrow morning, the voice continued, do not take Highway 90 to work. The message ended. Ethan stared at the screen. The timestamp showed it had arrived just 10 minutes ago. He barely slept that night. The next morning, he laughed at himself. Maybe it was some technical glitch. Maybe an old voicemail had somehow resurfaced. Still, something about his mother's voice felt different. At the last second, he decided not to take Highway 90. Instead, he drove through downtown traffic. He arrived late to work. His boss was annoyed. But around noon, breaking news appeared on every screen in the office. A massive multi-car accident had occurred on Highway 90. The crash happened at exactly the time Ethan would have been there. Several people were injured. One car looked frighteningly similar to Ethan's. A chill ran down his spine. That night, another voicemail arrived, again from his mother's number. Good, her voice said softly. You listened. Ethan's heart pounded. Who is this? He shouted at the phone. No answer, only silence. For the next week, the voicemails continued. Each contained small warnings. Don't enter a certain elevator. Take an umbrella on Thursday. Call your sister tonight. Every warning turned out to be correct. The elevator became stuck for hours. A sudden storm flooded part of the city. His sister answered the phone in tears and admitted she had been struggling with depression. The messages were saving lives, but Ethan needed answers. One night he decided to investigate. He visited the old house where he had grown up. The place had been abandoned for years. Dust covered everything. While searching through the attic, he found an old metal box hidden beneath floorboards. Inside was a cassette recorder and dozens of tapes. Each tape had a date written on it. Some dates were from the past, others were years in the future. Confused, Ethan played one. His mother's voice filled the room. July 14th, 2032. Ethan discovers the box. Ethan stopped breathing. That date was tomorrow. He checked the label again. Tomorrow. How could she know? He listened further. If you're hearing this, then the experiment worked. Experiment? The tape explained everything. Before her death, Sarah had secretly worked as a physicist for a government research project studying time communication. The goal was simple: send information into the future. The project failed. Or so everyone believed. Before she died, Sarah recorded hundreds of messages and hid them where only Ethan would eventually find them. But there was one final tape. The last tape carried no date. Only a single word. Important. With trembling fingers, Ethan pressed play. His mother's voice sounded older. Much older. Ethan, if you've reached this recording, it means you've already figured out the truth. What truth? Ethan whispered. The voice continued. The messages you've been receiving aren't from me. A cold fear filled the room. They are from you. Ethan felt the blood drain from his face. No. Yes, the recording said. 20 years from now, you complete what our team started. You discover how to send voicemails across time. Every message you've received was sent by your future self. The room seemed to spin. Then came the final sentence. The sentence that changed everything. Tomorrow at 8:17 p.m., your daughter will disappear. The next voicemail you receive will tell you how to save her. The tape clicked off. Silence. Ethan stood alone in the attic. His daughter wasn't even born yet. Yet somehow he already knew one thing. Tomorrow night at exactly 8:17 p.m. His phone would ring again,